Abusua, me sure say what and I say when social media no so now man for Kevin Taylor is in Ghana, Kevin Taylor is in Ghana for about a week ago. Now the truth is the truth. Kevin Taylor ebe PM ewo Ghana. I just say ne. On any lawyer so mo ko PM ewo Supreme Court I just say warrant bi a eda ne so e na just say opese court no enyi saa warrant ni emfi so. Ye be call warrant ni emu ncheche mu nyina ene de omo court wo ekosi ye enyina ewo ho ene. But e dey nti na de Kevin Taylor the warrant atone so in 2020 January 13th na Kevin Taylor video ebe to social media ne so a che de egusu ekura ewo eye the YouTube channel so a che channel ne de with all due respect yes the YouTube channel no ya dia video no so a che nsem bi okafa a Supreme Court judge a ye frɛ no Kyei Baffour ho eno ene nam so a che warrant no ebeda ne so in some way na Kevin Taylor ekafa judge no.
Today I'm going to talk about one judge. Yes, I'm going to talk about one judge who has become basically the mouthpiece of this current government, which I belong to, the NPP. This man is called Justice Kyei Baffour. Justice Kyei Baffour. This is the same judge presiding on the NCA case, but there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes to make sure Justice Kyei Baffour twists the law to favor this current government. Lots and lots of things happening behind the scene. The reason is simple. It is because since we, the NPP, took over as a government, we have failed in all our quest to prosecute any member or appointee of the past administration, which one way or the other is making us look incompetent and also making us look at liars who lied our way into power. My fellow Ghanaians, are you people aware that it was this same judge, this same Justice Kyei Baffour, who presided over the cocaine 10 Konkonte case? This was the same judge. He presided over the Konkonte case, the cocaine that turned into Konkonte. Now, another fact about this Justice Kyei Baffour is that he was hurriedly promoted by this government to execute their political agenda. Kyei Baffour was quickly promoted from a high court judge to an appeals court judge. I can say on authority that Justice Kyei Baffour is operating on the orders of the president and Mr. Kandapa. This was the reason why the case of the former NCA board members was jammed straight to the commercial court where Kyei Baffour operates so that he will execute this government's agenda. This is basic. With all due respect, my fellow Ghanaians, Justice Kyei Baffour is seriously doing the bidding of the president and more importantly, the bidding of the National Security Minister, Mr. Kandapa, who has been caught on tape trying to seduce a woman. Mr. Dapa has been in the news for different reasons, but in the weeks to come, I will release audios and videos of Justice Kyei Baffour interactions with these people on how Mr. Kandapa wants to use the court to settle personal issues between himself and one of the accused, Baffour Bonnie. The National Security Minister, Mr. Kandapa, and this Bonnie man are chasing the same lady. Kandapa suspects that Bonnie is the real father of his kids with the lady. When the case started, Kandapa showed serious interest because of this matter. And everyone knows that. He was the man leading the prosecution. He was the man pulling the strings behind the scenes. When you go to the Attorney General's office, the CJ, they all know that Kandapa was the one pushing this case. This is the same judge who refused the request of one of the accused who is also a kidney patient. The accused wanted this judge to excuse him for treatment. This judge, Kyei Baffour, insisted the case would still be heard even in his absence. The shocking thing here is Justice Kyei Baffour is in a rush to make sure this case is called in favor of this government. His posture and conduct most of the times got the Supreme Court. It got the Supreme Court really worried. The Supreme Court on 3 occasions when constitutional issues were brought before it questioned why the trial judge, who is Justice Kyei Baffour, was rushing the trial. The judge has never opposed the Attorney General in court. He always agrees with every submission by the Attorney General. My fellow Ghanaians, with all due respect, we have done thorough investigations on this issue, and if the Chief Justice decides to ignore this bad signal, I will have no option than to release audio conversations between some of these judges and especially Justice Kyei Baffour. Justice Kyei Baffour has become too powerful and too rich in these short times. Yes, he has become too powerful and too rich in these few years, and I don't think this judge takes more salary than any other judge in this country. He recently built one of the most expensive mansions in Accra, which in fact has become the talk in the corridors of the Justice Department. The shocking part in this case is now government security agencies have been forced to collaborate with this government to twist the arm of justice. The BNI board has forced one of his junior officers to forge a signature to confirm that he was there when one of the accused made his confession. When the case was raised in court and when the junior officer was called to testify, he denied it. Yes, the junior officer denied it. This is what the deputy director of the BNI, he's called Timothy Coleman, said after the incident. And I quote, "If they knew the independent witness didn't sign, they wouldn't have brought the matter to court." End of quote. I will also play audio of one Mrs. Evelyn Dawi Kilson, a niece of the senior minister Osaf Mafo. This lady is eyeing the DPP position at the Attorney General's office. She's doing everything to make sure she gets that position. So she's licking the ass of people in power to make sure that these people are prosecuted. The morning before accused persons opened their defense, it happened. Mr. Osaf Mafo, if he's listening to me, called the trial judge, Justice Kyei Baffour, and instructed him to do something in the interest of the government. Osaf Mafo called the judge. He's tampering with justice. Yes, Osaf Mafo was tampering with justice, and we have evidence to prove that. And he said they should do something, the judge should do something in the interest of government. I will play the voice recording for the world to know the seriousness of this topic I am discussing today. My fellow Ghanaians, I will play voices of lawyer Gary Nimakon, where he had countless meetings in different locations concerning this NCA case and how it will end. I will also play a voice recording of Evelyn Kilson, who is the niece of Osaf Mafo, exerting pressure on BNI officers on phone to come and lie in court. With all due respect, my fellow Ghanaians, some fair-minded persons at the Attorney General's office have questioned the unethical procedure being deployed by Kilson, the BNI agent, and the trial judge in this particular case. According to them, the method adopted by their colleagues are unethical and illegal. They have questioned why an independent witness will be intimidated and threatened to testify in court against his own will just to get the accused convicted. The prosecution went to the extent of approaching a retired Supreme Court judge. Described as the Godfather. Yes, everybody knows him. Every judge knows him. Every lawyer knows him in Ghana. He's called the Godfather. They wanted the Godfather to use his influence and his connections to make sure that the witness purge himself in court in favor of the prosecution. My fellow Ghanaians, in the weeks to come, I will be revealing a lot from this judicial system. This is just a heads up I'm giving to the new Chief Justice.
Inti sa in some way Kevin Taylor ekafa Justice Kyei Baffour hono eno ene nam so ma wode kodan court say in some Kevin Taylor akafa ne hono enye no kre a chese Kevin Taylor egu n'animu ase a chese Kevin Taylor ase no a kire amansan inti no court ne hwe no momfa warrant bench warrant ento Kevin Taylor so na anytime bi Kevin Taylor abesi Ghana no yen che Kevin Taylor na yen fa ne begina court na umbe ne ho ano inti yede enam so mo de bench warrant den eto Kevin Taylor so inti Kevin Taylor eba Ghana yi na chese ampa one ne lawyers omo akwako piem e wo Supreme Court a request nyina eba ako se court ne hwe na bench warrant dan so say anytime bi eba Ghana bia na yen hwe ne yen kye no omo yin fini so ampa bibia kwa wie na chese 4-1 ya de a chese judges no omo ajeje se ampa arrest warrant a eda Kevin Taylor so no ye efini so a chese Kevin Taylor a free man to walk in to Ghana a chese arrest warrant bia and a bench warrant bia anything and none so
Answer. Is there? Okay. Is it any word for Ghanaians?
All good. Yeah, right here. Yes. Let's go.
Reaction to what has just happened at the Supreme Court. You are moving the motion on behalf of
you saw what happened. So
yes.
what do I have
How do you receive this news from the Supreme Court? The decision of the Supreme Court. That's exactly what you wanted. You got what you wanted.
We are happy to have that decision. And our client is now a free man.
There was an issue about why it took you that long time before eventually having this done today.
Yeah, the authorities are clear that when the decision is a nullity, it can be quashed anytime. So there's even the case of Cable Metal versus Barclays Bank, where the decision was quashed 9 years on.
Okay. We wish you all the best.
Okay.
Thank you.
Abusua, message on subscribe to your channel. You are now subscribe.